Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is Holger Mueller from Constellation Research, sharing my top three takeaways. I can see the three. Top three takeaways from Infor's Inforum held last week at the Javits Center in New York City. Good event for the vendor. I would say roughly 5,000 plus attendees overall. Very well attended in the influencer and media community. Well, Infor is the #3 ERP vendor out there. At a time where there's not much happening anywhere in the business, so no surprise, very well attended. Gorgeous time in New York, very well done stage-wise. Very happy attendees overall. They had a top act, and name escapes me, couldn't say for the concert. It's the popular singer from the Philippines, and shame on me, you see, I'm not a too much fan of him. But what I talk about, what's really more important, what are the top three takeaways from it? Like covering the future of workspace, of course. The most major interesting part was what was Infor doing on the HCM side. The only vendor who's really announced recently to rebuild the HCM from scratch, something which was announced 3 years ago at Inforum in New Orleans. My question to the team was, what have you done since then? And they gave me a good, long, and impressive list from that perspective. First of all, a new user interface using the hook and look and feel capabilities, which are really making the solution look much better. But then a new mobile solution, which they even gave us to play with, which is always courageous by a vendor. I always applaud the effort. Nothing goes over the haptic experience, and it's truly employee self-service or manager self-service. Even an analyst should be able to use it. Infor added new learning capabilities with a partnership who else than Open Sesame for content. They changed the competency model, which is always a major step to do additional things closer to talent management. They entered something around transition management, which I need to take a more detailed look about because it comes close to what I call transporting to make companies move faster and become more agile. A combination basically between transfer and onboarding. Read my blog on that. More things around employee relationship, more things around extensibility. There's the whole thing coming to my next takeaway in Infor iOS as a new platform. Things and benefits, absence time entry is becoming a part of core HR. As you know, one of the strong elements inside of the Infor HCM suite is the former WorkBrain product, one of the most sophisticated workforce management capabilities. Check my tweets, you will see a retail manager's portal to work and really run their store effectively with all the employees and their shifts. And the big news actually is that Infor is also working on one of the holy grails of HR, payroll, which is coming next year in 2018 in its new version exception. So this is key and good news for many Infor customers in North America, many of them sitting on Lawson software, good enough software, but not great software anymore. Unfortunately, software is not like wine, it doesn't get better over time. Deeper platform benefits. Infor has really done a significant investment in the formerly Ion platform, now the Infor OS platform. I have to take a more detailed look to really understand all the capability. If it's only lipstick on a pig, bring the platform together, or really new platform capabilities. But it allows you to do new things, and new things that show bubbled up, for instance, in HCM, like extensibility management, as an example. Deep vertical functionality, that's what sets Infor apart. No talk about micro verticals, interesting enough, just verticals. I don't think that's a major piece, but always leading with deep capabilities is interesting. Also, the only PM conference, you'll see my tweet out there, where the vendor starts with manufacturing. You don't see this from the #1, #2 vendor who don't need to be mentioned because you know who they are. And then, of course, no conference without the unveiling of artificial intelligence. Last year we had the fall of AI, now we are in the spring of AI, code named Coleman, very interesting, named after one of the famous black human calculators, ladies who did mathematics really well. Catherine Coleman Johnson, the most famous of them. Watch the movie if you haven't seen that. Impressive movie, impressive book, very impressive lifestyle. Nice to see, first of all, a woman being honored, secondly, a black woman being honored, and a person of history in the mathematical realm. So Coleman's going to be the new AI capability of Infor. Was still a little high level under the wraps, and there are some cracks in the overall piece. I've promoted Infor many times to select AWS already almost over 3 years ago as a default cloud platform that has worked really, really well for Infor, AWS, and customers. It gets a little more tricky when it comes to machine learning, because it's one of the very few weak spots of the platform of AWS and Infor choose. Obviously, we talked about TensorFlow in this context, but you have to get the data to TensorFlow, and the best TensorFlow models are being built, surprisingly not, on the Google Cloud platform. So it will be interesting how Infor will solve that. Third takeaway, the supply chain network benefits, right? The other major acquisition of the last 12 months was SD Connect, which gives the Infor very deep supply chain capabilities and visibility. Check out my tweets, GT Nexus. You check out my tweets in regards of a live animation about what's happening in supply chain. No surprises a lot. And a sign of the strength of that is that even rivals use the same product. And often supply chain, you try to use different products to differentiate yourself because you think your supply chain is so proprietary. But as one of the shared examples, it's pretty impossible to ship a sneaker anywhere from any of the vendors in the world which is not managed by GT Nexus. So deep differentiation on the supply chain management side, significant benefits for Infor customers, good to see. So overall, my point of view, good progress by Infor, good news for their customers. The new finance and HCM modules are available. They're probably ready for prime time. Cautious is always required and necessary or recommended for new products. There's no question about that. But it's definitely going to be the carrot to move Infor customers onwards from the existing older acquired legacy applications, which is like a huge portfolio, to the new applications, which could be deployed in the cloud and AWS, but also on premises. Infor plays it on both ways there. So enterprise should start careful plans and try to see if they can update and adopt new capabilities, and with that lift their best practices more to 2017 instead of the probably late 90s from the inception of the older products. That's it very much from me. Thanks for watching. Greetings. Follow me on Twitter at HOLGERMU. There's a story file out there about the event, this video, and of course, a one-step update. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.